Good morning and welcome to Breaking News America. Live updates from Washington, D.C. Biden confronts a confluence of crises. President Biden moved quickly to undo many of Trump administration's signature policy initiatives while pushing his own agenda, including a $1.9 trillion pandemic rescue package. Here's what you need to know. A new president changes course on the coronavirus, immigration and climate change. Biden to unveil a federal pandemic response strategy which Trump resisted. Only one member of the Biden cabinet has been approved. Concert with Bruce Springsteen, Justin Timberlake, John Legend and more caps. The inauguration. Policies take shape for Biden administration's key issues. Trump extends Secret Service protection for his children, cabinet secretaries, and chief of staff. Clyburn says Bush told him he was the savior for endorsing Biden. Critics Notebook. Celebrating America promise that daylight is coming. A new president changes the course on the coronavirus, immigration and climate change. The brief facts of the story are, as the stage when he was sworn in as the 46th President of the United States on Wednesday was dismantled, President Biden prepared to spend his first full day in the White House addressing a confluence of crises, moving with a speed meant to underscore the urgency of the moment. Mr. Biden signed executive orders to undo signature policy initiatives of Trump administration while preparing to push ahead with his own sweeping agenda. But Mr. Biden will need the cooperation of Congress, where Democrats now control both chambers to push through a $1.9 trillion rescue package for the pandemic, with the coronavirus having already claimed 400,000 American lives and experts warning that 100,000 more could die in the next month. The pandemic was at the top of the agenda. Mr. Biden unveiled a 21-page national strategy that promised to harness the broad powers of the federal government in combating the virus. Even before he spent his first night in the White House, he signed an order requiring masks be worn in federal buildings, and he urged all Americans to take this most basic of precautions for 100 days. He restored a global health unit to the National Security Council and embraced the World Health Organization, announcing that Dr. Anthony S. Fauci would lead the U.S. delegation to its executive board. But untangling and speeding up the distribution of vaccines, perhaps the most pressing challenge, but also the most promising path forward, will be a desperate race against time, as states across the country, including New York and California, have warned that they could run out of doses as early as this weekend. Inheriting an economy battered by the pandemic, the Biden administration is moving to extend a federal moratorium on evictions and have asked agencies to prolong a moratorium on foreclosures on federally guaranteed mortgages. Mr. Biden also moved to undo some of the harshest immigration policies of his predecessor, including ordering officials to work to preserve the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals program, which has protected hundreds of thousands of people who came to the country as young children from deportation and the United States will once again strive to meet the goals set out in the Paris Climate Agreement, rejoining the accord and signaling a return to multilateralism in foreign policy. But the mission Mr. Biden laid out for his administration in his inaugural address went beyond policy. It was more elemental. He set the goal of uniting a fractured country, restoring faith in the institutions of democracy, and ending an uncivil war that will require rejecting the culture in which facts themselves are manipulated and even manufactured. As Mr. Biden himself noted, it will be a monumental task. We will press forward with speed and urgency, for we have much to do in this winter of peril and significant possibilities. Mr. Biden said, much to repair, much to restore, and much to heal, much to build, and much to gain. Those were the top stories for this hour. We do not just secure the freedom, we defend what people deserve. So that's it from me. Stay tuned to Breaking News America for more updates. You have a great day.